Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today the heat is dropping faster than the charges against Alec Baldwin as MbL playing as the red Berbers prepares to take on Mr. Yo playing as the blue Ethiopians. Now while the players herd their herdables explore their immediate surroundings and try to go up to feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Berbers, a civilization built for speed that pushes its players into the four welcoming hooves of cavalry. All Berber stable units are 15% cheaper in Castle, 20% cheaper in Imperial, which makes their hussars super spammable. Their camel units can be upgraded to regenerate health, and their castles can be upgraded to work 25% faster, which strongly benefits their unique unit, the Camel Archer. This is a mounted archer unit with good HP, great speed, and an attack bonus against cavalry archers. Now, starting in Castle Age, the Berbers can also train their second unique unit, the Genitor. This is a mounted skirmisher that comes with more HP, less range, but does cost a little bit more food because, of course, you have to train the horse as well. Now, to get the Berber economy up and running as quickly as possible, Berber villagers do move 5% faster in Dark Age, 10% faster in Feudal and thereafter. Now, opposing MbL, we've got Mr. Yo, the Ethiopian in blue, a civilization designed to kill its opponents as fast as possible. Ethiopian foot archers are the fastest firing foot archers in the game. Their onagers, scorpions, rams, and bombard cannons can all be upgraded to have an even bigger blast radius, and their unique unit, the Shotel warrior, is a fast, incredibly powerful, but fragile infantry unit that trains in only 4 seconds once the elite form is upgraded. Now, to help strengthen your army on the field of battle, both Shotel warriors and Ethiopian camel units can be upgraded to take less damage from all mounted units, whether they're ranged or melee. The way this works is, think about it, every time your camel unit or your Shotel warrior gets attacked, it's as if you have a magical +3 pierce or +3 melee armor added to you, to those units. Not to you personally, of course, to those units, based on this upgrade. Now, to support their military endeavors out on the map, Ethiopians do receive 100 extra food, and 100 extra gold every time they go up in age. The pikeman upgrade is automatic and free, which saves players both research time and about 300 resources, and their economy is harder to raid because their outposts come with a big boost to their line of sight. And by the way, thanks to the April patch, no longer cost any stone whatsoever, wood only. So those are our two civs, despite a number of errors by me as I go through them. That's exactly what we're witnessing today. We've got one speed demon to the south with very fast units, camels that regenerate, and we've got a speedy, let's say speedy with a asterisk sign, demon to the north, with camel units that can take potentially less bonus damage, but also the fastest firing foot archers in the game, and one of my personal favorites, the Shotel warrior. Such an incredibly powerful unit. The base model attacks on a 16. The elite starts at an 18, which is redonkulous. Now, while I've been talking, let's take a look at the bases. Both players are at 17 villagers apiece. MbL's base completely open to the north. Primary gold, I like it. Nice and secure to the back. Woodline very close by, one a little bit further afield, but the north, the part facing his opponent, completely open. Primary gold, primary stone, secondary gold, and a Tetris piece, very exposed. Let's take a look at Mr. Yo. A little bit better, not a lot, a little bit better, just because it's much easier to wall off this little area compared to MbL's entire open northern portion. However, in exchange for that, Age of Empires, these maps never really favor one player that much over the other. Otherwise, it would be a bit too unfair. In exchange for an easier wall-off, does have to expose his primary gold a little bit more. Where is his primary stone? Nice and secure in the back. It looks like Mr. Yo also has access to 4 forests. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the immediate future. Whereas MbL, 1, 2, 3... I mean, I guess you could count this as a 4th, although it is pretty far afield, and this is a 5th. Although, look at these distances. That being said, both bases are kind of completely open. Mr. Yo is giving up security of gold for wall-off. MbL is giving off wall-off for security of gold. These are two civs that are not exactly cheap, And so let's see how things play out for them. Take a look immediately. Mr. Yo, 200 gold in the coffers already. I thought maybe he skipped Loom, but of course he didn't. He has just been mining gold from the start of the game with this one villager. So both players in 20 seconds will be in Feudal. Let's take a look at the player who hit it first. Mr. Yo immediately plops down an archery range, getting lumberjack upgrades, and in 2 seconds MbL will also be in Feudal. Let's see what he does. Archery range as well for him. Population's 19, goats bleating in that hot Arabian sun. Oh, doesn't manage to get the wall off complete right before Mr. Yo's scout comes and finds. By the way, Mr. Yo has seen everything. Look at this. He has seen everything of his opponent's base. MbL just now discovering, aside from finding the mining camp, just now discovering where the structures are located at Mr. Yo's base. So vision here going very much to Mr. Yo. No surprise at all that he's the one putting on the quicker aggression, although 2 militias here and the scout, although the scout can't really participate with 5 HP, this archer will gun him down very quickly, or maybe this archer will gun him down very quickly. Remember, these guys attack, look at that, 18% faster than the average generic archer in the game. So once fully upgraded, once they are up to the potential that they can be, again, Ethiopian foot archers, fastest firing foot archers in the game. We'll see whether he uses these faster firing foot archers to create zones of defense against our quicker Berber units, or maybe we'll see camel on camel violence. It's hard to say. These, you know, some people like if I predict or if I try to describe how the civilizations kind of bounce off each other, but it's not always clear. You know, sometimes it is. If one player was Goth, if one player was Britons, if one player was Poles, if one player was Magyars, you know, we could potentially try to predict. But these are two pretty damn versatile civilizations. Again, I don't expect any or a lot of infantry out of our Berber. I suspect that these militias that he built in the beginning of the game might be all that we're going to see out of the militia line units. Maybe some spearmen like this to counter, to create zones in the event that our Ethiopian does go something hooved. But mostly I do expect cavalry out of our Berber, although like this is the part where it's going to get weird, because right as I say I expect cavalry, our Berber will create some new meta that involves no cavalry. So at the end of the day, these are two versatile civs with potentially a lot of different avenues that they can go down. I mean, Ethiopians without bloodline, maybe not heavy into the cavalry, especially since, again, they are more of a, oh no, he tethered the scout to the archers. Especially since they are, you know, their most powerful units are kind of their ranged units. Although now with camels taking less damage, that might be up for grabs. Whereas the Berbers have basically a pristine cavalry roster, with the exception of, I think they don't get paladins, but with regenerating camels, I mean, I'm hoping we get to see camel on camel violence. That's always fun. Oh no, villager tried to create a wall off, instead created a kill zone, will get caught. First civilian blood going to Mr. Yo, although will he pay the price for this? These archers very exposed. Scout does die, so overall resource count, the loss here very much in favor of MbL, although one villager to one Dark Age scout, or a Feudal Age in this case. I mean, I guess it comes from the Dark Age. And look at him dodging. Will he dodge forever? Is there any unit here for red that's going to intercept him? No. Maybe leave this archer. It's got 2 HP. You know, maybe not a bad idea to let him live so that in any future engage, in any future fight, that 2 HP comes back to bite him in the ass. You know, quantity always important, but so's HP. Look at these archers, for example. There's 4 of them, but their HP is terrible. 2 of them immediately get gunned down. Okay, so not a bad idea out of our Ethiopian to go scouts at the moment, seeing that his opponent is charging at him with range units. It looks like the super weak archer unit did ultimately die, and now there's 5 almost full health archers out on the map, but they're gonna run into 8 skirmishers. Not a fight you can take even as the Ethiopian. By the way, look at this. Look at this wall off. Using a whole bunch of houses, using the blacksmith, and using the gold. Absolutely epic wall off here by Mr. Yo, who's trying to basically carve out a big old chunk of the map for himself. Look at the size of this chunk that he's carving out, whereas MbL taking a bit more of a conservative, constrained approach. Civilian population basically identical. Now, as I finish the sentence, actually, no, now as I finish that sentence, it skews out of favor again, but 37 to 38, not exactly a massive difference. Lion tried to intercede on Mr. Yo's behalf, paid the price. He's got the high ground, does Mr. Yo, but the counter unit, the stronger unit here, goes to MbL. What are you, Mr. Blue Dot? You are a scout cavalry. So he's got 2 scouts. The second one looks like he's patrolling the 4 o'clock position on the map. And here we go. Let's see how Mr. Yo reacts. Reacts by putting up a tower. Does not want to lose sight of this gold. Doesn't want to... sorry, not lose sight. Doesn't want to lose access to the gold is what I'm trying to say. If you guys watched my videos, if you have joined us live as we've live streamed every night, you know sometimes the old brain says one thing and the mouth says another thing. This beautiful canopy protecting these horses as their beautiful little butts. Look at them shooing away flies by flicking their tails. MbL has to be careful here, though. He doesn't want to get trapped in town center fire, which is exactly what he's doing, and a whole body of archers as well. But bad move for Mr. Yo. Let your town center do the talking. But look at this. This is very problematic. The skirmishers will zone out the archers, while the archers for MbL will take out the villagers. Although he is on the wrong side of the villagers. I think he was trying to body block a little bit. And wow, what a get here. 5 kills, 14 kills to 12, identical civilian kills. Let's see it. Let's see what kind of damage MbL can accomplish. So far, he's lost one of his own units. Now 13 kills to 14. And these archers are back. 7 of them, one of them basically dead. Mr. Yo hitting castle first, immediately bodkin, immediately crossbow. Once these crossbows are out, there's a minute and 15 seconds left. These crossbows are going to wreak havoc. They are going to let slip the arrows of war, a university going up for him as well. Upgrades galore for Mr. Yo. More and more villagers. Has enough stone for one more town center. Does not have the wood for it. A knight comes out. Oh, I thought the crossbows are direct. Instead, he's using a knight. That being said, the crossbows should be able to handle this. Even without the knight. That being said, I keep saying that being said, the knight does add a whole bunch of damage. That's very, very good if you're trying to dislodge skirmishers. Okay, spearman down, bring in the knight. There he is, got the call. Don't rest on your laurels. 6 kills for you. You are not done just yet. Chase them down and slaughter them, says Mr. Yo to this one knight. And that knight happily obliges. Bloodlust taking over like the ogre spell from Warcraft 2. Oh my god, using the high ground. Using the high ground, the archers actually managed to kill the knight. 7 kills on that knight, and he does end up dying. But what is MbL going to do with one archer with 3 HP? Not much, I'm guessing. Wants to secure his stone pile. 43 villagers to 43. 10 army supply to 10. Camels now out for Mr. Yo. Bodkin for our Berber. Let's take a look, by the way, while the players have disengaged. How do the bases look? 2 archery ranges. Oh, look at this. Are you really going to engage in a foot archer war with the Ethiopians? That is definitely an interesting choice here. And like I said, you know, the Berbers, not exactly a civilization that gets any kind of advantage for its foot archers, right? I mean, they have all the blacksmith upgrades, the university upgrades, etc., but no particular advantage. It is just a good unit. But then you have the Ethiopians who have the fastest firing ones. So who could have predicted that our Berber, instead of going speed, would go elite skirmishers? Now, elite skirmishers you can kind of predict. I'm going to retract that sentence. I'm going to retract 50% of that sentence if I could be so ridiculous as to say something so stupid. But elite skirmishers, fine. Especially if you think your opponent is going foot archers. Not a bad counter. But do you see a single mounted unit? This is a civilization, a North African civilization designed for speed. Mr. Yo sees it, by the way, has the high ground, immediately snipes one of those feudal age archers. This is a civilization, the Berbers, designed for speed. This is their natural turf. Let's put it like that. They have a home court advantage. If I can get a little bit, philosophical and silly about it. And yet not a single mounted unit. Crossbows and elite skirmishers. And Mr. Yo going, the direction of his civilization. He's got a camel. He had a knight out. But mostly crossbows. Mostly foot archers. 55 army supply for him to the 51 of his opponent, because he's already got up an extra 2 town centers. MbL just now constructing his second. I love this location, by the way, next to the tower. Gets the gold, wood, good amount of space for farms. And naturally, our Ethiopian getting a siege out, nowhere close to torsion engines, which would improve the blast radius of all these units. When I say all these units, I mean siege units. And now a camel taking on villagers and skirmishers. Okay, how's the villagers' HP? I don't know about this. I don't know if this camel's going to survive. I don't know if the camel's going to survive this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Middle of the map. Siege workshop now in retaliation for this onager. Our marketplace line of sight not exactly seeing that far that he can see the siege workshop going up, and the siege workshop should finish. But while it finishes, not really microing the skirmishers. One of them does die, and now the Ethiopian crossbows can engage. At the same time, skirmishers poking to the right, skirmishers and crossbows attacking to the north. A third town center finally going up. I like this. This is why MbL is attacking all over the place, so that he can secure this riskier gold without any kind of worry of counterattacks. This monk, I don't know if you'll see this. Let's keep an eye out. I know there's a bit of an engage here, but let's keep an eye on this monk. Oh, man, only 2 or 3 tiles further south he would have seen it. Upgrades, +2/+2 for our Berber, +2/+1 only for our Ethiopian. But our Ethiopian is out on the map getting relics. We'll see how much extra gold that adds to his coffers at the end of the day. 22 army supply to 15, but take a look at the numbers. 74 villagers for our Ethiopian, 59 for our Berber. So has not yet revealed. Oh no, never mind. Sorry, I forgot that the army passed by here, as did the monk, who gets slaughtered heading for this relic. So now MbL knows that his opponent is looking for relics out on the map. Oh, sour loss here. Not paying attention to these crossbows. Skirmishers still trying to bust their way in, but they tickle the HP. They don't really attack the HP or just remove it that much. A gentle tickle. Okay, so skirmishers beating crossbows, nothing particularly special about that, even with the high ground. And now our Ethiopian pivoting back to knights. One here, a second somewhere out on the map. I think I saw the tail end of him here, yes. What do you think? Should he go after the skirmishers, or should he go after this mangonel first? I mean, there's a few skirmishers here. The mangonel's not really going to hit him unless he gets a perfect attack round. Yeah, you see, this is why I was wondering, should he go after the skirmishers first? There's now a lot of foot archers in front of our Ethiopian's base. Mr. Yo has been knocked back, but we've seen Mr. Yo in this position before, where he likes to turtle up, get his butt up to Imperial, and then Viper style explode onto the map. I'm surprised he's been he's been jacking lumber this far forward. By the way, has to be careful not to open a gap here. I'm surprised that MbL even let him do this for so long. Retraining a few of these guys to start taking gold as well. Some crossbows. Have they seen this town center? No, they have not. Market will go down, but that's basically as far as these onagers, these rather mangonel, can take it with the castle there. 2 night kills on these skirmishers. Is that a poor lion? Oh no. You guys know how I feel about the animals in this game. It's not their fault. They're programmed to be aggressive. How's Mr. Yo going to defend against this, though? Attacking on a 5 against a unit that has 2 pierce armor, so 3 damage means 14 shots needed. This is how he's going to defend. Look at them. Shotel warriors are out. 1.32 movement speed. They are going to absolutely wreck these skirmishers. This is not even going to be a close battle. I'm surprised he even got 1 Shotel. Now he's going to pack himself into, rather back himself into the abyss, into the edge of terra firma. Look at all this terra incognita. No player wants to explore there. The earth is flat. You will fall off if you try to go that way. Did he get vision? Yes, he finally got vision of this town center, and in come the Shotels, but now there's not enough of them. There's crossbows here. There's a monk. They do get, by the way, the mangonel. I want to show you their attack, but are there any left? Yes, take a look at the base attack. 16 base attack. How bonkers is that? 18 for the elite. Although for now it looks like there's no more Shotel warriors. It looks like chemistry. It looks like padded leather archer armor being researched for our Ethiopian. At the same time, our Berber getting a slew of economic upgrades once he reached Imperial. Let's take a look at what they're building while they've distanced themselves from each other. Going up to 2 stables. And it looks like 5 archery ranges. 5 archery ranges for our Berber. Our Ethiopian, 5 archery ranges as well. Just the 1 stable and the 1 barracks. Where's the barracks that he built? What am I missing? There it is. Tucked away. Sometimes with the color of the sand and the color of some of these structures, it's a bit hard to tell. But Shotels, not the greatest HP, 45. Now they're just kind of hanging out here. Oh, attacking a low priority target like a house. Oh, very ballsy skirmishers thinking they can take on these Shotels, but I think they're probably meant to die. Just keep the Shotels in that tower range. First to Imperial Mr. Yo means first Trebs out for him. And look at this, light cavalry, bloodlines upgrade. He wants to go to Hussars, I think. He definitely wants to go to Hussars. 33 villagers on food, although Mr. Yo's got 41. Getting elite skirmishers. Oh no, if your opponent is transitioning to Hussars, elite skirmishers is probably the last thing you want. Bloodlines completed. Take a look at army supply. 41 to 13. How many times have we seen Mr. Yo in this exact position behind so much at this stage of the game? Berber Castle is up. But at the same time, conscription thumbing for him. Let's see what he tries to do. A bracer conscription for our Berber. Okay, we've got our first 7 light cav on the way. Oh, MbL doesn't notice that his skirmishers here are being attacked, although maybe he doesn't care. He's taking out villagers. Does see the castle going up. Beautiful location for a castle, by the way. I think probably the only better location is somewhere on this hill if he could fit it. But look at this, literally standing on a hill. Literally a king of the hill, Hank Hill Castle. Grab your can of beer and just hang out as the sun goes up, sun goes down, and the theme music plays. Royal airs now also. So Shotels, I mean, royal airs with no Shotel warriors and no camels is a very ballsy move out of Mr. Yo. I'm not gonna lie. At the same time, look at this. Look at this beautiful preemptive wall off here. He knows he's playing against the Berber. They feel the need for speed. Oh, just a fraction of a second too late. But MbL doesn't notice? Okay, he notices. Just a fraction of a second too late. Mr. Yo walling off the entirety of his base. He does not want to get raided to death by these quicker moving Berber units. Castle in the center of the map as well for our Berber, who's now in. Oh, Mr. Yo needs to plug this gap. He needs to do something here ASAP, or else look at this. 12 light cav, 8 camel archers on the way. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Will Mr. Yo use his archer units to create zones of defense? Elite Shotel warrior. Look at their base attack when they come out. Look at this. Ugh, 18 base attack. Add 4 to that once they're fully upgraded, by the way. Yikes, these villagers probably should be running the opposite direction so the Shotels can catch up. I don't know where the Shotels are going. They're taking a lot of damage. Look how quickly these light cav are going to melt. Look at this. Look at it. It's not even fair. Oh my goodness. Did he lose a single Shotel? No, he did not. What a powerful redonkulous unit that is. Sorry, I keep saying redonkulous. like a teeny bopper. Okay, but charging into Castle Fire. Remember, their HP is not great. Even Elite is just 50. And here we go. Defensive Castle for Mr. Yo. This is a player who does not want to get raided and who wants to be the one putting on the aggression. Let's see if he gets his wish. Skirmishers moving out to the right as well. Middle angry line. We'll see what they can do. I'm not too sure that they're going to be able to do anything productive here. Maybe thwart a bit of lumber collection. Look at Mr. Yo getting guilds. He's got a good amount of resources, and now the Shotels. I mean, these are fully upgraded elite skirmishers, even with a 7 attack. What's the armor on the Shotel? 5 pierce armor against a unit that attacks on a 7 and does no actual bonus damage against him. But Camel Archer is a different story. Peacocking a little bit is MbL with a bit of a patrol command here. Okay, getting Thumb Ring as well. At the same time, it looks like Mr. Yo is going full on melee. Full on infantry melee. And by the way, look at this. Sorry, I suspect at the time of recording this video that take a look at the unknown 39 -3. I suspect that at the time of recording this video, Capture Age doesn't have the Royal Heirs upgrade fully integrated. I suspect unknown 39 is the Royal Heirs. Now, I don't know. I haven't written to anyone in Capture Age. What the hell is this? If anyone in the chat can figure out what the hell this is other than a castle to start pumping out Shotels, second fastest trained unit in the game, by the way, after Karambits, now that they're elite. And by the way, they take 3 less damage from these light cav. They take 3 less damage from these Berber camel archers. So they're going to be incredibly powerful. I think you can directly engage into these camel archers, by the way. Yeah, this must be just to start spamming Shotels. Oh my god, look at this. Oh my goodness, Shotels. Even with that damage reduction, the look at the Berber camel archers just attack. They attack so fast, 1.7 attack speed. Just a little bit slower than a Mangadai. So as I was saying, yeah, because when you click a regular unit, for example, I'll click the skirmisher. Sorry. You don't have that -3. But if you click a mounted unit, the -3 pops up. So I suspect it's Capture Age's way of integrating the Royal Heirs upgrade, which these Shotels take a lot less damage. 43 Shotel warriors. Man, if you've watched our daily live streams on this channel, first of all, if you don't know that we do daily live streams, now you do. Daily live streams, usually at 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you haven't been watching, then you won't know this. But those of you who have been watching, there's a few regulars, know that I absolutely, every time the Ethiopians, whether it's Rage Forest, whether it's Mega Random, whether it's Deathmatch, Every time the Ethiopians are on, I beg and I pray to see Shotel Warriors. I think they're absolutely one of the strongest, one of the best units in this game. Ignore their 50 HP. They're not meant to last. They are meant to hit, and they are meant to hit hard, and now they're going to shred through this light cap force. Oh my god! Oh my god! I sometimes say like a hot knife through butter. In this case, it is absolutely the case. You see a single blue body here, except this one who was sniped by the Berber camel archers? Do you see a single Shotel that died in that attack? Because I don't. And here they go. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh, look at the bottom left of your screen. Wow. Look at this row. But, Mr. Yo, you're going the wrong way. Unless you're going over here. Attack has been thwarted. What MbL lacks in power in terms of a unit that can deal this much damage, he's got in numbers. 61 army supply to 43. Where the heck are these guys going? And the Berber camel archers, again, the speed of the attack and the speed of movement is what really is dangerous about them. Even though Shotels don't move that much slower. 1.32. Upgrades on them, fully upgraded. Look at that 22 attack. That's ridiculous. 22 freaking attack. Okay, not the greatest use of your camel archers here. Okay. You know, one outpost would do, but 7, of course, is better. They are going to demolish this house. But they're coming under attack. Mysterio needs to focus his army a little bit, I think, at the moment. This full frontal attack right now. But again, he throws away a whole bunch of light cav. Oh my god. Okay, they're doing a better job now at defending against. But again, do you see a single blue body on the ground? No. Anywhere? Look at that. I mean, sure, they're attacking light cav, whatever. You could argue light cav are weak. Light cav is this. Light cav still have a good amount of HP. 80 HP is still a tanky-ish unit. One guy charges into the ranks. Oh, gets on his knees and dies immediately. Oh, here we go. Look at the bottom left of your screen. Look at how ridiculous this speed is. 4 in-game seconds. Second quickest unit. And now you don't even have to research royal heirs. Now it's automatic with the April patch. But Mr. Yo, again, needs to actually clump his army. I'm not sure side attacks are what's going to win him the game right now. He's got 3 trebuchets barreling down at him. He's been knocked down to 3 town centers to the 5 of his opponent. A random monk comes in, tries to convert one of these Berber camel archers. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying Berber camel archers. They're obviously Berbers. Sometimes I find, I don't know why. I probably there's a reason for it, some deep psychological reason, but I say Japanese samurai a lot, and I say Berber camel archer a lot. I never say I was gonna say Teutonic Knight, but the Teutonic Knight already has Teuton built. I never say Celtic Woad Raider, you know? I never say a Pole Obuch. But Berber camel archers, Japanese samurai, for some reason stuck in my head. Raiding everywhere here. Shotel's being shooed away. Mr. Yo with a side aggression here has managed to stall the frontal attack on his base, but he can't be everywhere, and unfortunately for him, he hasn't walled everywhere, which means that the Berber speed is now on full display, and that's going to be problematic for him. Oh my god, he must be looking at this and saying, what the hell is this? WTF MbL. 9 outposts. Okay, side attack over here. I mean, I think MbL can engage into this. 14 camel archers. Oh, look, I didn't say Berber camel archers. Oh, reinforcements coming. 26 and a whole bunch of light cav to tank and a castle. Although it looks like MbL's out of stone at the moment. Okay, now there's going to be a whole bunch of blue bodies on the ground because this is just so many camel archers. 26 over here. 27. And even still, the Shotels managed to wipe out. Oh my god. MbL is selling everything he can for gold. He's buying stone. He wants to repair this castle. He knows this castle can't go down. Although now it won't. Not with these Trebs gone. But 27 has become 21 in the blink of an eye. The Shotel warriors have just decimated that line. 20% of the numbers are down. But overall, 54 of these camel archers, a whole body of them over here, 32. MbL again out of stone. Oh man, he's got to sell a lot of wood to be able to afford stone. Yikes. Camel archers against skirmishers, not a fight they really want to take, but in he goes again. MbL trying to raid the hell out of his opponent. But there's defensive Shotels here, man. I am very much fanboying out right now because I absolutely love to see Shotel warriors. And again, if you have not been joining us for our daily live streams, first of all, come on. Join us, join us. It is a lot of fun. Whether it's deathmatch games where we get to see not 46 Shotel warriors, but 146 Shotel warriors. Or Rage Forest with the high elo players. It's never bad to see the Viper controlling 85 Lechai. F these outposts, says Mr. Yo. Demolishes all the vision of his opponent. But he is under siege over here. His attack has stalled to the bottom left. His resources are fantastic. He's got 800 gold, 800 food. How's his wood looking, by the way? Got a nice secure wood line over here. A little bit of wood over here. And look at this just attack. The Berbers need to use their speed here. Oh, but the speed in a certain direction. Do not go through a pathing of Shotel warriors. By the way, has he seen this castle? No, he has not. He must be wondering, where the hell are all these units coming from? I mean, I would say MbL needs to upgrade his light cav to Hussars. The problem for him, he doesn't have the resources to do it. He is broke. In the meantime, more and more Shotels catching all these light cav. A few taps and the light cav die. This is 32 Shotels with 34 kills. Just shows you how powerful certain unit compositions are against other. How many infantry, when you have 32 of them, have the longevity with only 50 HP, by the way, to still have 32 kills? Now 34. Now going to be about, what, 44? Oh, they are just running amok. They are just 50. Oh, why did I stop at 44? Oh, and Mr. Yo secures the last patch of stone and gold out on the map, with the exception of this one, which our Berber is now securing. That being said, MbL is not going down without a fight, raiding the hell out of Mr. Yo here. This is hugely disruptive to Mr. Yo's economy. These Berber villagers also picking off gold miners. Shotel warriors not exactly super duper gold intensive, only 30 gold, but they do cost 50 food. And so Mr. Yo only has 24 villagers on food and only has enough food and gold to build, what, 30 more Shotels? Not that he needs to. He's at 200 supply. Okay, now Red is going to see this. Now Red is going to see this and go, aha, this is where you've been pushing out of. Unfortunately for him, he is also supply capped. Now, I say unfortunately because he can't build Trebs unless he sacrifices these light cav. Not that he wants to build or has the resources to build Trebs. Oh no, more villagers for our Ethiopian getting caught. Skirmishers moving back at the absolute worst time. They could have caught some of these. Oh, is he going to turn around? Is he going to turn around? No, he is being sent somewhere else. And now, what a catch here for these light cav. They are all going to die, but not before wreaking havoc on the Trebs. Scores say MbL is ahead by about 3,500, but I am not so sure I agree. For now, we've got 118 villagers to 119. We've got 79 army supply to 79 army supply. MbL's got 85 villagers on food. He needs Hussars, and he needs Hussars yesterday. On the other hand, Mr. Yo needs Trebs and needs to move out. Even with the speed of the Shotel warriors, his army is lacking the mobility that the Berbers have with these super fast 1.54, 1.65 movement speed. The quickest thing Mr. Yo has is these guys, 1.32. Now I think he realizes that he's throwing away a few units here, down to only 28 Shotels. I mean, look at the resources. Look at Mr. Yo's resources. Absolutely light years ahead of MbL's. Even though he's been knocked down to 85 army supply. Okay, okay. Beautiful micro here out of Mr. Yo, picking off the Berbers. Oh my god, I was about to say the Berber camel archers again. Will he get a last one? Will he get a last one? Yes, he gets a last one, but not before he gets swarmed over. Yikes. That was a big, big loss for Mr. Yo, who's now down 20 army supply and is only producing 9 units at a time, although those 9 are... Oh, no, no, never mind. Look at that. 28 skirmishers on the menu. But the gold is now in the hands of our Berber over here. In the hands of our Berber over here. Herbal medicine? No, okay. Not a bad upgrade to get. It heals your garrisoned units basically 6 times faster. So if you're going to use these Shotels in hit and runs, not a bad upgrade to get. Might want to ungarrison some of the Shotels to take on the fight here. Not that he really needs to. These Shotels are going to shred through these light cav. Oh, man. That is a spicy meatball for our Ethiopian, and all the light cav die. Oh, did they even get more than 1 or 2 kills? On the other side, though, I'm sure Mr. Yo is so happy to trade out these skirmishers for camel archers. But 50 camel archers on the menu for our Berber. 44 Shotel warriors back up. The count is back up. The game is ongoing. We're an hour and 10 minutes into this, and even though now MbL's score lead is widening, now it's 4,500. I'm not too sure about that, although, maybe now I am. This is problematic. If he had Hussars, which I think is the direction we're going, maybe not, maybe not. 12 camel archers added to the roster. Man, he can afford to throw away these light cav for days on end, especially if he's starting to snipe. Beautiful multi-pronged sniping out of MbL, by the way. Not using all the units there to attack one unit, although now he is. But before, when he was, what's the word I'm looking for? Sniping those Shotels. Oh, unlucky camel archer there. Does end up dying with a big javelin to the back of the head. Never a pleasant way to die, I'm sure. Mr. Yo finally has some archery ranges here. Will be able to support his Shotels with skirmishers. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, at this point, the players are trading trash for trash while building up their boss unit compositions. What I mean by that is our elite camel archer count is up to 51. Our elite Shotel warrior, oh, it's dipped to 31. It has dipped. MbL maybe does deserve this 5,000 score lead almost. Seems to be taking out all of the heavy hitting units. Oh, this is the moment you decide to get halberdier? I don't know about that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this the right time to get halberdier? Is this the right time to transition into pike? Into slow moving? Oh, I don't know about this at all. I would maybe try to wall this off before transitioning. I mean, I get it. It sucks to have to constantly run away to your castle. But if you just take a second and wall this off. 2 ships passing in the night. And there we go, Hussars. This might be too much for Mr. Yo now. That Berber speed. Although, look at this. In the meantime, busy attacking a mining camp. Why the hell not? Forget the barracks. You don't want the stone to fall into enemy hands. Oh no, these Hussars. HP up to 95. So an extra, I think probably just 1 extra swipe of these swords needed to kill, but 1 is enough. Oh my god, they're still so good. Oh, Mr. Yo, villager count knocked down to 107, but MbL's also, by the way, counter raiding, counter attacking everywhere out on the map. Hussars, now we're down to 48. 46 camel archers. This might be too much for Mr. Yo, though. He is losing way too many Shotel warriors. Oh no, he's been knocked down to 13, and now you're replacing them with halberdiers. MbL is supply capped at 200, Mr. Yo at 160, and he's gonna lose a Treb. Turn the Shotels around, there you go. But the Hussar is so freaking fast, enough pierce armor to dodge all of these arrows, all of these javelins from the skirmishers. Okay, another meat shield thrown into the Shotels. Shotel count down to 10, and now I'm starting to get worried. Oh no, oh no. Okay, the villagers see it, they react immediately. How much can Mr. Yo take here? He is being attacked left, right, and center. He must see something here. No, he sees an outpost only. How much of a bruising can he take? My goodness. Down to 3 Shotels. These are the last Shotel warriors. He's got these last 2. Oh, it looks like just 1 here. Where's the other 2? Where's the second? I don't know why it's taking me here, guys. Sorry. This is problematic now for Mr. Yo. A big problem, because look at his supply. 140 to 200. And the army supply of 36 is made up of the trashiest units. Halberdiers, which, yes, will take out these Hussars, but only if the Hussars let them. And what I mean by that is these faster Berber units can run circles around this Ethiopian army. And now he's in here as well. He's going to get the Treb again. Yikes. Villagers, Treb. Not the best units of the camel attacking these structures at the moment. And now he's here laming this town center. Yeah, I suspect we're going to see a GG at some point real soon, no? 120 Hussars in the production tab. Mr. Yo has 1 Shotel warrior. He's fishing. He's on vacation. Look at this. He's on vacation. Nowhere close to where the action is. Nowhere close to where anything is. And MbL. I smell it in the wind, a GG. But needs to be careful not to lose these Hussars for no real reason, okay? Immediate reaction. Amazing reaction time out of both players, by the way. Reaction time, very impressive for all these high elo players. I mean, this is why they're high elo. Take a look at their elos. They're basically top 10 in the world at the moment, if not top 5 or 6, but always impressive to see their reaction time. Mr. Yo, tenacious. At 140, supply is now dipped below 100 villagers. Doesn't have enough food for army and civilians. Although somehow has eked out enough food and gold for Shotels. He's up to 8. Fisherman Shotel still not joining in the fight. 0 kills for him. Town center goes down. The only thing saving Mr. Yo at the moment, the only thing I can see that's stopping him from GGing is the fact that our Berber doesn't have a game-ending unit. There's no Trebuchet, there's no Onager, there's no Ram out for him. And remember, the Berbers don't exactly have the top-of-the-line siege units, but a capped Ram and an Onager they do have. And if that just shows up and starts demolishing structures, I think Mr. Yo would pretty much tap out. And now he's got enough to surround these Shotels. Even still does end up losing so many of these Hussars, but does he care? 142 Hussars in the production tab. Mr. Yo doggedly refusing to GG. Walls himself off here, but it walls himself into a kill zone. And now the Berber mobility on full display. Mr. Yo has nowhere to run. He's slowly being choked to death here like a python is MbL right now. He's selling wood for gold. There we go, the Trebs. Wow. Wow. What an absolute epic game. I don't know what else to say right now except that this was an absolutely epic game. Oh my god, look at the kill counts. 1,070 kills by MbL. 221 of them are villagers. That's more than we see in kills total in most games for a player. That's all villagers. 795 for Mr. Yo. 80 of which were villagers. Wow, how many Shotel warriors did he produce? APM surprisingly relaxed for both players, 448 against 512. The Trash Wars, resource count also less than 10% difference. Let's take a look. Wood under 1,000, food, here we go. This is where our Berber exploded. 12,000 extra food, gold, almost identical. Mr. Yo with the castles, although 1,900 more stone, so enough stone for 3 more castles. Relics don't really look like they played a major role in this at all, but the food count is what allowed him to get all those hussars up and running. Army high of 96, 81. Wow. And the rest we saw. Raisings 44. Oh my god, no conversions at all. I mean, usually in my post-game analysis, I try to figure out why did one player resign? What was the mind frame? What was he thinking? In this game, an hour and 23 minutes into it, I don't think my analysis is going to be long at all. Mr. Yo is just out of resources. Mr. Yo is just out of space. Let's take a look at his vision. This is his vision. So he has no clue what's about to come out of the ether here. He luckily has a few outlying structures that give him a bit of vision. But look at our Berber. Look at this. He sees everything. The entire map is his to play with. And now, where is he producing the trebs from? I'm surprised there's not a treb here, to be honest. Although I don't know where the waypoint is for this these castles producing the trebs. This is what I was talking about a second ago. The only thing I think that kept Mr. Yo from resigning 10, 20 minutes ago is the fact that our Berber just didn't have building demolishing units. Hussars are amazing. They will raid the hell out of your economy. But a player like Mr. Yo with 94 villagers can make a miracle happen. We've seen him. We've seen him take a punch to the ribs and stay standing, you know? Berber camel archers. Okay, I did it again. Berber camel archers, Japanese samurai. Camel archers are not exactly going to demolish structures very quickly either. So let's take a look. The house is 859 HP. They attack 842, 825, 808. They are not exactly building demolishing units. Is there at all a siege workshop here? No, there is not. By the way, how many stables for our Berber? 22 stables. And Mr. Yo's archery ranges have all been destroyed. He's up to, or rather, no, these weren't the ones he built. I think he built more here, no? Or am I imagining things? Oh, guys, an hour and a half game. Sometimes you forget what happened at a specific moment. But in any event, look at the stream of the hussars. Now that the trebs are out, or rather will be out, I don't know if the players chatted. I don't know if sometimes in games that last this long, what I've noticed is sometimes the high elo players or even low elo, all players, really, they say, how much gold do you have? How many trebs do you have? And then if the person responds honestly and says, look, I'm producing 2 trebs, Mr. Yo says, okay, well, now that you're doing that, I can't really win this game. Now that the trebs are out, there's nothing stopping those trebs from demolishing anything and everything in their path. His army supply is 9. And so even if he didn't do that, even if he doesn't know that the trebs are coming out, oh my god, with an army supply of 9, you are not holding back 80 Berber speedy units. 135 hussars in the production tab as well, by the way. So on the whole, wow, there really can't say anything about this game other than what a slugfest between these two players. What an absolute highlight of the power of the Shotel warrior, except for this guy. This guy, F you to this guy, hanging out, doing nothing the entire game, 0 kills. All of his friends and family joined into the war effort. He is just hanging out with a fishing rod. What are they trying to get some shorefish? Oh, come on. Lazy Shotel warrior. But man, did we see a display of the power of that unit and why during all my live streams, which again, by the way, I'm going to pump again, are daily, by the way, at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't watched, if you haven't joined, please do come say hello. We are a very friendly bunch. I always ask to see these units because, again, number one, how quickly were they produced out of this castle? You remember in the bottom left of the screen? Like lightning fast. And number two, that 22 attack is just so ridiculous. 22 attack with a +3 against buildings. So they shred through structures, but we also got to see Berber mobility, which I'm super happy for. So wow, nothing left to really say about this game except at the end of the day, these two titans were just punching each other in the ribs, punching each other in the face until both of them were bloody and bruised and battered, and like the end of a Rocky movie where both Rocky and whoever the hell he's fighting, Mr. T or Ivan Drago or whoever, they're both bloody as hell. They're both about to collapse, but one player just ekes out the W over the other. In this case, wow, what an absolute showcase of the Berber tenacity, speed, and just the amazing use of these camel archers. Look at them, how well he babysat them. 186 kills for this battalion of 31 camel archers is just stupendous. Mr. Yo put up an insane fight, but at the end of the day, with 200 plus extra kills, MbL takes the W. Nothing left to say except GG, really GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.